Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, whatever time of day this video finds you. Yes, I cut my hair for the first time in 15 years, but that's not important. That's not important. What is important is a lot of creators got to see Monster Hunter Wilds be played for 30 plus minutes twice, some of them, at Gamescom. Summer Games Fest. At Summer Games Fest, right? So the embargo date was today. So there is so much info spilling out about Monster Hunter Wilds right now. At first I was like, man, I'm gonna make a video tonight so I can get it all and, you know, really sit down and make a comprehensive video. Impossible. The amount of info that's coming out, impossible. I can't. So I was like, F it, let's go for speed. Let's just get out there. Let's start having the conversation. I want a very active comment section because there's going to be a lot to talk about, a lot to discuss. And you guys are the true content of the video. So definitely don't be shy about leaving a comment down below about anything you heard about today. And this is an evolving situation, right? More articles are coming out. More people are going to be writing stuff. So yeah. Let's just dive in. So boom, we are here at Gamesradar, right? And I really like this headline right here. I played Monster Hunter World for 500 hours. Those are rookie numbers, man. Get those numbers up. I'm joking. 500 hours is fine. But a lot of us have played 1,000. A lot of us have played 1,500. So yeah, but hey, these are the type of people that I was really hyped for. Like, I knew this was coming, but I didn't know it would be like this. But I wanted people that have played previous Monster Hunter games a lot to see this event, right? People like Casey Defritas, people like Dear Gamer, people like Maximilian Dude, who have all released videos or articles today, and I am loving it because they know what questions to ask because they're experienced in the game. They know what to talk about. Anyway, I played Monster Hunter World for 500 hours. Now that I've seen Monster Hunter Wilds up close, here are 13 changes I'm most excited about. I'm not gonna go through the entire article, right? Because I'm not here to create a market substitute, right? So I'm just gonna go fast. So wounding monsters is a lot easier now. Yes, so basically tenderizing is back, but it's different, right? I had a tweet at one point where I was like, yeah, tenderizing wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't paired with the clutch claw. Boom, got my wish right now. Boom, this is it. Wounding monsters is easier. You don't need clutch claw. Boom, perfect. Focus mode seems to be more for beginners. It's kind of like, from what I'm reading and hearing about it, focus mode like lets you really target what you want to target, and it seems like an optional thing, but all of the weapons have a focus mode attack. So I don't know. I still don't know how I'm feeling about this. I don't hate it, and what I'm thinking is like veterans will probably use the focus mode attack depending on how good it is, depending on what your weapon's focus mode attack is. More or less, right? Or I think veterans will work in like a quick focus mode toggle just to use the new move and then get out of it. That way we can still have our hunting experience the same way that we've had it for years at this point, right? So yeah, and that goes into number 3. NPC hunters are back. Yes, you can have, it's gonna be kind of like Sunbreak, right? Where you can bring your followers. Same thing. Bringing 2 weapons is no gimmick. Recently made a video on this channel that's like one of the top 3 videos on this channel of all time. Thank you guys so much for the support. But let's see, Tokuda, yeah, I want to read this quote. I can't go into too much detail from Tokuda-san, right? Tokuda said this. Can't go into too much detail yet because we have a campaign ahead of us, reveal more gameplay details. But I would say that the story progresses, the player will be able to gain skills or features that will tie into this new system of using 2 different weapons at the same time. That sounds exactly like what I said in that video, where like stuff like switch skill scroll swapping or whatever will kind of be able to come back, where like, hey, if you're in your primary weapon, you get X amount of bonuses. If you're in your secondary weapon, you get X amount of bonuses. There's probably going to be a skill that will probably boost your attack for X amount of time every time you switch. Like he said, there's gonna be a system and skills or features that will tie into this new system. So it's gonna be a big deal. It's gonna be a big deal. Like, it's gonna be great. It's just as I predicted. A lot of the videos on the channel have been aging like fine wine, and you love to see it. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there later. I'm actually gonna be dropping the cards. Jesus, pointing is so hard. Dropping the cards periodically for those videos, because if you're new here, hey, you know, I'm a small channel. You may not know, you know what I'm saying? You may not know about your boy. Hit a subscribe. Just go ahead and click it. Anyway, yeah, quests are seamless now. We kind of knew this, but like, you really don't have to hit a quest board. You just run out. Now, you can build temporary camps and monsters can destroy them. And from what I hear, they can be destroyed while you're not playing the game, right? So when you turn the console off, the game doesn't just stop. It still kind of runs in the background from what I've understood from watching all the videos. Like I said, I watched Maximilian Dude's videos. I watched Dear Gamer's video. There's so much content to consume right now if you're hungry for Wild's info. So yeah, that like the game keeps running in the background, so to speak. Like it's kind of crazy. Like with World, every time you left the map and came back, it kind of got reset. It was kind of different, right? Like the environmental traps came back, you know, monsters spawn and despawn, of course. But this seems way different because, well, the next point, maps are twice the size as previous games, right? And also this let's see, this also confirms that the game is not open world. I've seen this somewhere. The game is not open world. Maps are twice as big, but there are going to be cities in the map that are seamless. So you don't, there's no more loading screen, right? So kind of like how Moga Village and D Island were. Imagine that, but no loading screen. But 3, 4, 5 times, because we're gonna have multiple maps in the game. That's obvious. But every map may come with its own city, and you just seamlessly go in and out of the city as you want. And then you're gonna have to place camps on the maps however you want, and those camps will be destroyed over time. So you don't have the rise issue, right? Where like in the Citadel, where it's like, okay, there's a camp over here, and then there's the little doggo teleport over here. You could just drop a camp right there, but it may be destroyed the next time. So damn, now I gotta walk. Like, you know, and I'm really hoping that these camps get destroyed pretty frequently, because I think the camps are gonna have restock items, right? You're gonna be able to restock items and blah, blah, blah. But if the camps are always gonna be destroyed, you're not always gonna have them, it's not going to be easy to just farcast to a camp, restock, and come out. Like, you know what I mean? But you can't just drop a new camp. It's, yeah, from what I hear, the Palicos build the camps like instantaneously when you tell them to. Crazy, crazy. So, yeah, maps go through phases of abundant, rich with free healing. So, yeah, they go into detail about the map, like weather system. So, apparently there's a regular state of the map, right? And then there's a dangerous state of the map. And then there's a lush state of the map. So every map has like 3 phases basically, right? Normal, holy shit, the storm is dangerous. Everything's the monsters behave differently. Some monsters only show up in the storm. And then abundant, rich, where it's like there's more endemic life on the map. There's more vigor wasps. They're easier to access. Blah 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 blah. So every map has 3 different phases, which is you'd love to see it. You'd love to see it. I can't wait to see what the other maps look like in this game. So yeah, we talked about the dynamic weather. Mantles are back. Mantles are back. Now, when I first read this, I was like, hopefully not temporal and not rock steady. But Jay, every time we see you play Worlds, those are mantles you're using. Exactly. I use them because they're busted. They're so busted. But I use them to use the Clutch Claw more freely, but the Clutch Claw is gone too. I'm hoping mantles are a little bit pared back. Elemental Mantle, Glide Mantle. We do know that the Ghillie Mantle exists. I hope the Impact Mantle does not come back as well. Like, I hope it's just like, hey, I can use these mantles to patch up my elemental weakness of the mixed set that I made. Hoping for that, right? Like, that's kind of what I'm hoping. And like, Ghillie Mantles are back. The reason why I brought that up is because, boom, sneak attacks are in the game now. Like, if you get close enough to a monster without them noticing you, whack, you're gonna do hella damage, right? So let's actually talk about numbers, right? He says here are some quick numbers. Low damage stuff, whatever. But a great charge, great sword swing did 234 damage, and a sneak attack hit for 552. Crazy, right? Like, that's a big jump. Or 552, 522, big jump, dude. So sneak attacks are gonna be here. So Ghillie Mantles are gonna be strong. Ghillie Mantles are gonna be strong because A, you're not gonna be noticed. B, you cover up. I'm about to sneak his ass, boy. Sneak his ass. Got him. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be cool. Mounting is back, and yeah, cool. So we knew mounting is back. Yeah, so there's that. And I chose to go into this article first because it's structured very well. I really like the way it's structured. Shout out to Austin Wood here at Gamesradar Plus. Moving on, Casey Defritas. I was really hoping Casey would get to cover this game because Casey is one of us, man. Casey is one of us. Casey's been playing Monster Hunter games for a long time now, so she knows what to ask, and she got to interview. Hold on. art director. I was lucky enough to watch a 30-minute gameplay and talk with 3 veteran developers and art director. So she got to talk to Kaname Fujioka, Ryozo Sujimoto, and Yuya Tokuda. So she got to interview the big boys, right? So she's got some really good questions. There is one question in particular I do want to highlight. Like I said, we're gonna skim through this. There's so much info. There's so much reading. I'm not gonna sit here and read all of this. Oh, let me zoom in a little bit so you guys can even see it. I'm not gonna sit here and read all this and create a market substitute for this. If you want to see this, if you want to get the info, come here and read it your damn self. Okay? I'm just here to open up more dialogue and talk to my community, you guys, about some of the stuff that we see. Oh, here we go. This is the question I wanted. Boom, here we go. Awesome, thank you. Can you tell me if any of the weapons got a big overhaul, kind of similar to how the hunting horn got an overhaul in Rise? Yeah. This is Yuya Tokuda-san is answering this, right? YT is Yuya Tokuda. Let me go up and make sure. Yeah, Yuya Tokuda. Good. Put some respect on that name. Hopefully my pronunciation ain't that bad. Oh no, my highlight went away. Here we go. Here it is. I found it. So to answer this really briefly, it's really the 2 bowgun types. Boom. That's another one of my videos, aging like fine wine. Okay, I made a video talking about how bowguns I think are gonna get revamped, and here we are. Boom. Anyway, it's really the 2 bowgun types. So the light bowgun and heavy bowgun have received some of the kind of broad action changes, as well as the hunting horn. Yes, sir. Mother lovers. Hunting horn is going back to more of a world basis of action, but on top of that, it's introduced a lot of other changes. Oh, I'm so hyped. I'm so excited to read this, right? Don't get me wrong. I like Rise Hunting Horn. I like it. I had fun with it, but I like the chaining notes together, creating a song. I like it. I like that part of the gameplay, right? I mean, you guys have watched me play Hunting Horn in GU, which is more similar to World. I like making my own songs. I like going for the double notes. I'm not just a corner horner. Oh no, I'm not over here getting horny in the corner. No sir, I'm in the action. I'm in the mix, baby. I'm in the mix, and I love to see that. Let's see. This is kind of a knock. This is kind of a bad thing. Can you play through the story co-op together seamlessly? Well, we can't say there's going to be story elements in the game when you're playing that you have to witness in solo mode before you can actually play together. So you won't be able to play perfectly together and sync through the story with other players, but we've made it a lot more convenient. We've introduced new features in the game so that in the background you're always connected. As soon as you're able to go into a quest together, it matches you up quickly and you can seamlessly go back into multiplayer gameplay. Right? Like, really? We're doing this again? You gotta watch the cutscene, but then you could shoot the flare off when it's time. I'm thinking we're gonna be watching our own instance cutscenes, and then when the cutscene is over, it puts us back in the multiplayer map so that we don't have to like wait for people to watch a cutscene and jump into the quest when it's time. A little damper. It's back, but let's have a little faith, right? Let's have a little faith. Let's see what they do with it. This is kind of a downer. You know me, I'm more of a glass half full type of guy. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk about the positive stuff, but hey, it is what it is. Multiplayer is, I don't know how I feel about that, right? So boom, there's that. Here is another interview. Actually, I haven't had time to read this yet. We're not gonna read this, but here's what we are gonna do. So boom, my man, Oceaniz, right? Oceaniz, I hope I'm saying your name right, my brother. I was gonna DM you and ask you if I could use this picture that you've been like cobbling together, but your DMs ain't open, bro. And like this tweet is bussin'. You wouldn't have seen, look, like this tweet is going crazy. Matter of fact, let me show you some love right now. Bro. Anyway, this tweet is going crazy. I really hope you don't mind me using it. But hey, shout out to Oceaniz. He's got his own channel. Boom, link right here. Go check him out. He's one of like the GOAT ecology guys, right? I'm not a super ecology guy, but hey, Oceaniz, bro, he's on it and he loves the game. He's very passionate. Easy, right? So let's get into it. So much info. Look at this. Look at all this info, bro. There's just no way I could have covered this, but let's talk about a couple things. Focus mode, NPC hunters are back. We talked about that. You can build temporary camps. Main camps still exist, right? So there is like a city in the map, and that's where your main stuff is gonna be at, right? We did talk about that. Let's see. Oh, thunder flying wyvern will only spawn during storms, right? So I was kind of was kind of in the right direction when I talked about that monster a little bit. I was like, hey, I don't think it's the flagship, and it's not. It's confirmed that it's not, right? I think Gaijin Hunter has a tweet that reads the Japanese Famitsu article, and he was like, yeah, that monster's not the flagship. It's just the apex of that map. Bomb. Mwah. I love it. I'm really hoping for my snake flagship. But anyway, mantles are back. Damage numbers are here. Sneak attack. Let's see, real-time behavior system with a 24-hour cycle that dictates monster behavior. And that's what I talked about before. When you turn the console off, it's still like doing stuff. Like the map is still existing. Like it's kind of crazy. It's crazy, you know what I'm saying? Let's see, bowgun and hunting horns have been drastically changes, and yeah, okay. So I guess I did talk about a lot of these already. This video is already 16 minutes long. Jesus Lord, and I haven't even scratched the surface. Like, there's just so much info coming out right now. There would be no way I could comprehensively cover it. So that's going to be the end of this video. Definitely hit the comments down below. I want to have a discussion on everything that we have learned today, and update me with new info. Feel free to drop links to articles in the comments down below. I want look, I got a sponge up here now, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to soak up the Monster Hunter Wilds info and then grow my fro out. Anyway, yes, that's going to be the end of today's video. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, people, happy hunting. Peace.